Nicadeamas Tutorial 3, General Mapping, Vertex Tool. Okay, so I made this tutorial just a little bit ago, took 20 minutes, and it bugged out, so here we go again. What we want to do first is we want to make our room bigger, but to do that we're going to use the Vertex tool, hotkey Shift V, or the button down here, Shift V. Now, select a single face. Shift V, as you can see, there are yellow dots and white dots. Shift Z will make the 3D view full size. Hit Shift V again. There are 3 modes in it, just like the clipping tool. You got the white dots, Shift V, the yellow dots. Yellow dots are always in the middle of the white dots. And then the yellow and the white dots. I always use it this way. Moving on, hold Control to select the other brushes you want, the others. Now, for selecting stuff, you can either drag a selecting box over and select them all, or you can make a selecting area and it'll only select whatever's inside of that area. Moving on, we're going to make our room longer. Be sure and line it up with the grid, because you want everything to be lined up with the grid. It saves you a lot of rendering and a lot of compiling and a lot of confusion later on. We're going to make our little house have a nice A-frame roof. So we're going to select one side and hit Shift V. Then we're going to select our yellow dot, the middle dot, and Control F. And now our middle dot is a white dot. So you can move it around too. Control F. You can select the yellow dots and hit Control F, and then it will add another corner there, and you can move it around however you want. And if you want to get rid of one, you could just put it in there. I used to make extra corners by clipping off corners so that I had 2, but I don't do that anymore. Okay, so we have this side, and we're going to do that the same on this side. To make our A-frame, 5-sided brush, and as you can see there's a problem with the texture as it's repeating. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut the triangle off the top of our square. Texture window, Shift A, browse. We're not looking for wood. Only use textures, click on that, turn only used off, and now you're in that part of the database. Right click to apply. Doesn't matter what you have selected, whatever's in here is what will apply when you right click on a face, and whatever's in there is the same as what's going to be in here. Okay, Shift Z to make the screen full size. We're going to make a door next. Control E to center all 4 views on it. Control A to auto size all 4 views. Now we're going to cut a quick door. I like to go 1, 2, 3 of those squares above the player's head. That's 8, 16, 24 units above the player's head. And then I like to make the doors 48 units wide, so that would be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 6 squares with 8 units each, 48 units, and we're just going to delete it. Now, fortunately for us, the inside of the walls is still no draw, but on occasion, when you're clipping like that, you'll get textures on the inside. Alright, with this one you can see it only takes 3 brushes. However, with this one, if we cut a hole in it at the height of the door, it would be 4 brushes. 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. So, worked out nice. Next we're going to make our ceiling. Copy paste one of those long walls, or you can shift drag, then line it up. And we want it to stick out each end 16 units, so we're going to stretch it out 32 units and push it in 16 units. Then we're going to get our vertex tool, select our top dots, select our top right dot, 16 units thick here, 16 units thick here. Now we have a nice ceiling angle, except the problem is it comes down flush with that and doesn't look right. So what we're going to do is we're going to move this up to here where it's nice and lined up. Then we're going to shift drag and move the vertices around to make it this lovely little deal. Right there, because that looks kind of nice. Alright. And now I've got some ugly textures on there, so Shift A for the texture window, grab the no draw, apply, copy paste, Control I to invert it, and that will be on, you know, whatever thing you last moved it on. So Control I to invert it vertically, Control L to invert it horizontally. We're just going to slap some quick textures on here and then move on to the next tutorial. So browse, wood, select something like, I don't care, pick whatever you want. We'll do that. And then we'll rotate it 90 degrees to line it up. I have a habit of taking that off the grid. Oh well. Apply, apply, apply with here. Rotate it to a 45 degree. Tra-la-la. Over here, same thing. Actually, if you align that to the world, then it duplicates this. But if you align it to the face, it orientates itself according to the brush. And on occasion it just messes up, so just put the negative 45 and now it's lined up again. And that's it, besides the singles for the outside. Ta-da! Except it's at a 45, so we'll put it at a 0. Now you can see that this is slightly stretched, so if you align it to the world, it's nice and lined up. Much better than the face. Kind of changes. Control S to save. Now we have a room with a doorway. End of tutorial.